Hi, hello, and welcome to Quantum Healing Hands Tarot. So today we are going to find out what your person is thinking about you. It's whoever comes to mind when I say your person. Maybe this is somebody you haven't spoken to in a long time. Maybe it's your partner. Maybe it's your best friend. Maybe it's somebody else. So it's whoever you're thinking about. That's what we're going to find out today. So if you already know which pile you want just from looking, go ahead and click the timestamp down below. If you need a little bit more help, let's go ahead and get into some breathing. All right, so I like to start with 3 deep breaths. All right, so now that we're nice and relaxed, we can look at our piles. So we have 3 piles today. We have the Halloween and Tragic Royalty with the red tiger's eye. I have in pile 2 the Friends and the Unicorn with a raw turquoise. And in pile 3, I have the Spirit Song and Sea King deck with a gorgeous green calcite piece. So if you don't know how to select one, the technique I use is I close my eyes and I ask my intuition like which pile to select. And very commonly I'll see a number in my mind's eye as if I was like staring at a light and closed my eyes. And so that's how I do it. It's always worked for me. My recommendation is just go with your instincts. So once you do that, click the timestamp and I'll meet you there. Hi, pile 1. Thank you so much for joining me today. So today's reading is all about your person and what they're thinking about you. So again, this is whoever you're thinking about. Sometimes when it's those kind of readings, I like to assign a certain person to each pile and then I watch them all. But that's just me. That's what I do. So let's go ahead and find out about your person. So you chose the red tiger's eye. So pretty. So I'm doing a simple 3 cards in the way of, well, I mean, there's gonna be more than that, but like, so the first card is your energy. Second card is their energy. And then the third card is the card energy between you guys. So you are a dreamer. You are somebody who really likes to soul search and kind of like imagine the best way that life could, the best outcome for life. You actually go after a lot. You're a very driven person. You have visions of what you want to accomplish and have no problem coming up with an idea and figure out how to manifest that. So your person, I'm curious if this is an ex because of the 3 of Swords here. So I'm thinking this is somebody who either has their heart broken. So like, let's say this is not your ex. It's just somebody who you're admiring. Let me see. It could be. Let me continue. So this person is trying really hard to kind of turn their life around. I feel like a lot has happened to them and maybe they've come out of a relationship recently and they're just trying to kind of find their footing and kind of figure out what's right for them, what's the right path. So the energy between you guys. It's the world here that's making me think it could be a relationship that's ended. It's kind of like run its course because Yeah, I'm thinking of who you are is this they see you as a super driven person. They see you as somebody who like knows what they want and they don't have to waste time to kind of like go after it. And I don't feel like they have as much of like a good self-esteem. I feel like they kind of feel like they're tripping up and, they're making mistakes, like they're making the wrong choices. They don't know themselves. I feel like they're really, really struggling. So, but I don't think this is the way you look at them. This is the way they see you. That's the way they see themselves, kind of. I don't think they think, so what I'm seeing this as is, they never felt like they could provide for you enough. They felt like kind of a failure, and really it was all in their head. It's one of those things of like, if you just stopped thinking that way, you wouldn't be living that way. And you know that. You have that in full control of like, what you want, you go after. And it breaks my heart that your person doesn't have that sort of high self-esteem that they should have. That's probably why I'm not getting like you guys are together. Like maybe you were and it just didn't work out. But this is somebody who you've gone through you've gone through a lot with. And I think they overthink your relationship. I think they don't know like, I think you want to like hang out with them or be with them, and they just get very overwhelmed about your schedule. Kind of like, well, are you sure you have time? And you're like, I have time. I manage myself just fine. And I think they don't have the best self-image. And I see it's possible they totally can turn themselves around and kind of learn the lesson. Like the fact that this is the World card and that's the Fool card reversed. Like, you have no problem starting something new. It doesn't take you a lot of time to decide. You just kind of wake up and you're like, I have an idea, and you go after it. This person is very, very hesitant. They kind of are stuck in the past, all the heartbreak, all the failures, all the things that didn't work out before. They really overwhelm themselves with that. Like maybe like the Seven of Wands reversed here is telling me like you guys had something. There was something they had that they lost. That it's the way they think about themselves. It's the way they think about the situation. This is kind of that energy of they don't feel worthy of your love. They look up to you as such a driven individual, someone who has an idea and not just like writes it down, but like actually manifests and create things into the physical. And this person, I feel like, it's kind of the thing of they've struggled more with creating. And you've always loved them no matter what, but they're really hung up on what they can't accomplish. I think they just find you as they find you as the calming presence. They find you as the place where they can just exist. And it's only in their mind that they really get wrapped up, but when you guys are together, there's actually a really nice balance. I feel like when you guys do get to make the plans and you do get together, if this is your partner, it's like when you finally do actually get to like have a date, it's so amazing. This person really loves you and admires you. They feel like I do see where you are influencing them to grow and be better, But the problem is they're looking too much to your successes. They're looking too much to like, well, this is what you did. And you're like, yes, that's because that's what I want to do. This person is kind of, I think, just needing to go through a like spiritual journey. They need to go through some growth. Like, I just feel like they need to go on a journey that's going to give them some experiences to heal the past, to show them where they are strong, and realize, like, if you're able to move past this mental defeat, there is a new beginning coming towards you. Everything is about to start over. Everything is about to recycle. So I think this is totally, this has nothing, it's brimming with potential. Let's just say that. This person really loves you. This person really sees you as someone that doesn't hide from them. Like, they see you as someone who will always answer the call, will always welcome them in, will always listen to their ideas. I think they enjoy, I think that the hardest part is getting a hold of you, but once they can get in touch with you, it's kind of that thing of like, if you're home, you'll welcome them in. But you are kind of traveling the world and you are creating such a big future. You're creating a whole world. And I think you've invited them in several times and they really get wrapped up in their own failures. They really get wrapped up in that of like, no, I don't think I can do it. It's like, oh my God. I'm so happy that this is your person and who you love and support, and you see their potential. You know that if they just are able to believe in themselves and go a little bit further, what's next? But the Eight of Wands, like fast movement of going towards your goal and, you know, action-oriented goal setting, swiftly moving. Like, they really could turn their life around if they didn't just look at you and feel bad about themselves, but in fact looked at you and found reasons to be inspired. You guys really do have a good time together. But I don't think you can do anything to change the way this person looks at themselves. Honestly, you can't. You've gone through all the steps and all the changing of who you are. You're kind of like moved beyond that. It's over now. You're like, I'm ready to go on. And I think, yeah, after the Hermit is the Wheel of Fortune. So it's like everything you do, you're moving on to better opportunities. And I think this person maybe just feels like you're going on too quickly without them and they miss you and they're, you know, a little envious and they wish that they had that with you. And it's really just their mental, their mind frame. They need to change that. They love you. They appreciate your energy. They do not appreciate their own mental energy. And, you know, I could see you getting overwhelmed with it too. But this is your person. This is who you were thinking of. So there's got to be a reason for that. I feel like you're probably pretty protective over them. I'm curious. Like I said, I love getting to hear about where these readings are relevant to you guys. So I love hearing your stories. Pile 1 if you want to let me know what's going on. What is the quantum healing code? I think we're gonna skip them today. I think this is just about a reading. We're just gonna let this be. So pile 1, I think this is where we're gonna leave it. I hope something resonated. If it did, I would love for you to give it a little thumbs up. And if you loved it, I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of my channel. It's just been an absolute honor watching my channel grow and getting to hear your comments. Let me know what's up with you? What's up with you guys? I wish you guys all the best, and I hope to see you in future readings. Have a great day. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. Thank you so much for joining me today. So we're finding out all about your person and what they're thinking about you. So you thought of who you wanted to hear about, and we will look into that. Raw turquoise. I'm curious who this person is. So I'm doing a simple 3-card, your energy, their energy, and the energy between them. Well. Well. So these are very interesting. So I'm curious if the person you were thinking, because I don't know if I definitely didn't say anything about this person being like an ex-lover. I don't think I was feeling that or anything. This person, you guys have quite a relationship. So let's just say up front, this person judges you. This is very obvious with the Judgment card here. I think they think you kind of move on from things without actually working through them. I think they struggle with moving on from things. I think they think like this is all ego and they think they know everything. Wow, that's pretty powerful. I think they feel that they have a better understanding of life and how to kind of move forward and where to go. I think they judge you. I think they judge you on who you are, the way you live your life, all of that. That's really surprising. I did not expect that. Yeah. They see you as somebody who, like, I feel like you've overcome something that they couldn't. And maybe that's like actually being able to move on from this relationship kind of thing. I think they feel like you moved on too quickly. You didn't try and work through anything. It feels like one very specific issue that you guys never worked on and couldn't get through. And so unfortunately, they are kind of living their life just mad. Like, and they can't move on. They are not allowing things to get better in their life. It really just feels kind of like a jealousy sort of thing of, I think you were able to kind of overcome whatever this person was putting you through. And they're stuck in it. Their ego and their way of thinking. I think they just think they're better than you. Wait, let me see. Yeah. They feel like they have this like sort of mental clarity of life and like, but truth is like they can't evolve. They're so stuck in the past. And because if this is the way they see you, I'm curious. The reading I did before this was what person is sending you negative energy. So I'm very curious if you watched that and this is kind of sounding like, because this was meant, I was hoping to like, your person, what do they think of you? I did leave it very open-ended of like, just what is the person that you're thinking of? So you have not only moved on, but you've like completely left the situation behind and have understood it. Like you've had your process. I don't think they believe that you have no idea what you're doing. that you are just going to keep making mistakes over and over again. They are miserable. This is not a happy person, because, like, look at you. Joey's at least smiling here. Ross is not. This is not a happy devil. Well, that's a happy devil. That's the Grim Reaper. So I think you're somebody who knows how to take care of yourself. I feel like this person feels very persecuted, and like they have to take care of everybody. I just kind of hear a big whining baby kind of thing. Like, why do I have to go around with a big heavy stick? It's like, I don't know. That's just life. But they feel like their accomplishments are better than yours. They feel like they're smarter than you, and they're not. They're not. You have been able to move on. You have been able to envision your future so much brighter. And they're just kind of stuck in this like perfectionist energy, which you actually have overcome. I feel like you've totally embraced who you are, and they are so angry about that, which is weird. Like, bro, get a life. That's what this just feels like. So, oh, I love it. It's the 3 boys. I didn't even realize that. So yeah, this could definitely have been like a friend of yours. Somebody who maybe you were in like a band together, or you used to work together. I'm also getting like an old in-law. Like maybe you got divorced, and so now you're not like friends with that person anymore because they were like your ex's brother or sister kind of thing. So yeah, I don't see that you guys are, they're, upside down. I do not think you guys are friends. I do not think you mutually care for each other. And there's just this sort of like, and I feel like you guys have tried to do this multiple times. You guys have tried to be friends and work on this relationship a lot. And it's like, there was just no point because they're constantly judging you. They constantly think they're better than you and that they are smarter and more educated and they have better plans. But truth is they don't enact any of them. They don't really go anywhere. I'm really curious. Yeah. This is some interesting energy. And you're just trying to like call it off, like cut that energy off. I don't really think you spent a lot of time thinking about this person. I don't think you spent no time. Well, obviously, you asked about this person. So, maybe it's also time for you to move on a little bit. This person really sounds like I wanted to say a nut job, or just a bag of nuts, or just a bag of no fucking thank you. Like, just... This person does not seem like they're honestly worth your time. Yeah. You do have the ability to envision a better future than them. And you do have the ability to rest and kind of recover from a tough situation and then move on. And that drives them crazy. You have been able to have addictions and get over them, and that drives them crazy. This is somebody who can't move on. They have such an inflated ego. They think they're freaking better than everybody. They think they're so smart. And I have a feeling you know that they're not. So, yeah, that's kind of the conclusion. They judge you. They think they're better than you. This person kind of sounds like a pain in the ass. So... I hope that was the answer you were looking for from this person. Yeah, if you hadn't already checked out the blackberry reading, this one's the raspberry. No reason other than just the colors on my hands. Oh, well, last reading I had my blackberries here. So that's what I'm hoping for you. Go check that out. Get rid of that negative energy. Seriously, like, this person sucks. So I'm going to leave it at that. Pile 2. Thank you so much. Just thank you so much for being here and trusting me to channel your energy. If you like this message, I would love for you to give it a little thumbs up. It lets me know that the reading resonated. And if you loved it, I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of my channel. It's been an absolute honor every single time I get a new subscriber. And I love your comments and finding out how my readings are helping you. So I hope to see you in future readings and have a great day. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. Thank you so much for joining me today. So, the person you're thinking about, what are they thinking about you? I was surprised in the last 2 piles. I don't know if they were, like, I thought they were going to be all about, like, love and friendship, and it shocked me that people aren't always wanting to know that. So I'm excited to find out about your person. So, green calcite, gorgeous, gorgeous. So I'm going to do a 3-card reading of your energy, their energy, and the energy between you guys. Okay. So the way they kind of... All right. Okay. So the way that your person that you're thinking about sees you, the wheel. So I feel like they think of you as someone who is very lucky. You've worked really hard for what you've gotten. I feel like you have such a clear agenda. Like, you aren't all over the place. Like, you've announced what you want to do and you've kind of kept that. Sorry. The person, so this is a masculine energy over here. It's kind of somebody who is unmovable, kind of like regimented in what they're doing. They are very confrontational about, specifically when it comes to kind of the visions for the future. So the energy between you guys is very interesting. Because, well, so the 3 of Swords here lets me know that this is kind of a heartbreak, but it's like something that had been going on like whatever you guys have between each other. I don't know if what this relationship is, but it feels very private. It feels very like you guys are not very public, and yet, so it could be a work relationship that kind of didn't work out. Like maybe you guys used to hook up and then now you just work together. I wonder if it's your boss that is a very strong energy of your, or maybe they weren't your boss before and then they became your boss. So you guys had to stop like sleeping together. But they see you as somebody who is full of possibilities and like they really admire you. I think they wish they could have more access to you. Like you're a multi-talented and very intelligent. Oh, octopus are such amazing animals. Like I love them. I love how they, like, I just saw a video of a guy like who met an octopus out in the ocean and, kind of like in the low tide area. And he just returned to him so often that they became friends. So that's your energy of like somebody kept coming around to you. And eventually I feel like you wore into, they wore you down. So I wonder if this was in a work situation. That is what I'm getting, that this is kind of at a job, a place that makes money, and because the Hermit's making me feel like, yeah, it's very closed off. This is not an actual like relationship, but this is at a location. And yeah, it had started as something and, kind of fell apart. They are very confrontational. They do not know when to stop fighting. They don't know, like, I feel like you probably wanted to go somewhere, like, in a relationship with this person, and it was just like, oh, no. Like, oh, yeah, no, never mind. So I could see this as being you had the heartbreak. They're the boss. You're the one who was kind of left on the side, and they are just off making their money, and everything was kind of left in secret. Everything was kind of left to make you figure out what you're doing with yourself. Like, it sucks that I'm not getting that energy of this person being very caring and loving towards you. It's like, it's that energy of like, they see you as a very independent person. Like, they don't have to worry about you. They don't have to come around too often. And it's like, okay, cool. Thanks. I feel like maybe they've helped you advance in your career. Maybe they've helped you advance in your life to become more talented and more, do more things than you were doing before. But you're like, please stop throwing money at me. I would so much rather you just spend time with me. And they don't really have that. This person is like on the go. Like, look at that. This is such a defensive position of like, if you take the wrong step, they'll attack you. They kind of don't know when to stop fighting. I think I said that. And so you kind of have moved on. But this is, you guys have to see each other regularly. I do see that. For some way or another. But they really see you as just such a magical being. Creative, thoughtful, mystical, caring. They absolutely, when they met you, they fell for you instantly. It was just deep, deep love. They saw all the possibilities of life with you. And unfortunately, they probably told you that and then was like, nah, never mind. I can't do that. Okay, I gotta go. And you're like, oh, yeah, thanks. Cool. Yeah, I don't usually do like a lot of number play, but like 4 minus 10 is 6, which is the Lover's card. Reverse from the 9. Of just like, yeah, I do think that this was very possibly someone who you were flirting with, and you're kind of now wondering what they think of you. And I think, I don't know if this is making you any happier. They think you're amazing. They love everything about you. I think they're the one with the problem. They have a lot of issues. They have a lot of figuring out to do. I'm curious if, curious what happened. So it's crazy when I just look at the cards, like so many different images come into my head. It's like, it's a very interesting thing reading tarot. The thing I was going to say is I'm curious if, I don't know if you've ever heard, but koalas are kind of known for having chlamydia. And so that popped into my head of like, I'm curious if they gave you chlamydia and you weren't happy about it. And they're like, what? Jeez, get over it. So that was one thing that popped in my head. I don't think that's going to be for everybody, but I do think there's one person who's going to hear that and just immediately be like, yep, that's them. So I feel like they have fed you little bits of, like I was seeing like eucalyptus leaves. Of like, I just feel like they fed you an idea and they were trying to lure you in, and I just don't think you liked what they were really going to offer you in the end, which I respect. Yeah, there's a very like watery energy here. Trying to see if there's anything else. I wonder if they were kind of promising you a way to elevate, like if they were kind of like making you think that you were going to rise up in the ranks with them, or that they were going to get you a promotion, or something that doesn't sound as like shady, but like maybe this person you were hooking up with was offering you an idea of a world, of a life that they just obviously weren't able to follow up with. I feel like they were promising you this world of like riches and money, and then they kind of like pulled the rug out from under you. And of all things, gave you chlamydia. Ugh, the nerve. This Emperor is no emperor. The Emperor is, I rarely get that card and I feel like I like that energy. It's not all the time. That may be my own issue. But the Emperor can be such a strong card of when you are trying to find your own power. However, when it's coming up for somebody else, and somebody else in this sort of situation, it's kind of someone who is trying to dominate you. That's how I'm seeing it. So pile 3, that's where I'm going to leave it. If you haven't, go ahead and check out the Blackberry reading from a couple days ago. You are worth so much more than this person is giving you. I'm just going to say that right now. So pile 3, if you like this reading, I would love for you to give it a little thumbs up. That lets me know that the reading resonated. And if you loved it, I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of my channel. It's been an absolute honor every single time I get a new subscriber. And I thank you for your comments and just letting me know how my readings are helping you. So I hope to see you in future readings, and have a great day. Bye.